Picture this. Deep in the heart of France, late November 1944. Inside a makeshift war room where the chill seeps through canvas walls and bare plaster. Dim bulbs swing overhead, casting long shadows over maps sprawled across every surface, tables cluttered with grease pencil marks. Blue arrows thrusting eastward for Allied advances. Red icons clustering like wounds for German forces. The air hangs heavy with stale cigarette smoke, bitter coffee, and the damp scent of wool uniforms drying by a sputtering stove. Snow whispers against the windows outside, blanketing the world in white silence. At the center stands General George S. Patton, 59, wiry and electric. His fingers tracing the paper as if commanding the ink to charge. His voice cuts like a blade, sharp, demanding, always pushing for more speed, more ground. Forward, he growls to his staff, eyes blazing with the fire of a man born for battle. He dreams of smashing into Germany, ending the war by Christmas. His Third Army a thunderbolt across Europe. Yet, in a shadowed corner away from the bustle, sits Colonel Oscar W. Koch, Patton's G2 intelligence chief, a quiet figure behind wire-rimmed glasses, buried in stacks of reports, prisoner transcripts, whispering secrets, aerial photos, revealing hidden movements, radio intercepts buzzing with coded urgency. Koch doesn't shout or pace. He sifts, connects, sees what others dismiss. While the room buzzes with optimism, the war's winding down. Germany's gasping for fuel, and men Koch's brow furrows. He pieces together anomalies. Fresh divisions appearing where none should. Trains rumbling west under cover of night. Fuel dumps swelling in the Ardennes, that rugged forest frontier thinly held by weary American troops on supposed rest. It's not one clue, but a mosaic forming a chilling picture. Hitler isn't folding. He's coiling for a strike. The tension builds as Koch rises, clearing his throat amid the chatter. "Sir," he says evenly, meeting Patton's gaze. The indicators point to a major German counteroffensive likely through the Ardennes, soon. Silence crashes down. A nervous chuckle ripples from an officer. Another shakes his head in disbelief. Absurd, they think winter blizzards, depleted Nazis, the Allies unstoppable. But Patton doesn't mock. He leans in, probing with questions, absorbing every detail Koch lays out. The logistical buildup, the radio silence masking preparations, the capability for one desperate lunge to split the lines and seize Antwerp's ports. Koch holds nothing back, his voice steady, evidence-based, unswayed by the room's skepticism. Patton weighs it, his mind racing like his tanks. If wrong, wasted prep. If right, catastrophe averted. Patton was forged in noise and glory, from a boy devouring tales of ancient warriors to West Point grit. Olympic pentathlon in 1912, charging tanks in World War I under Pershing. He lived for velocity, shock, the blitz that shattered foes before they regrouped. Profane, unyielding, he penned treatises on armored warfare, scorning hesitation as the true killer. By World War II, his legend roared. North Africa triumphs, Sicilian sweeps, the Normandy breakout, where Third Army surged like a tidal wave, liberating swaths of France in weeks. Headlines crowned him the armored messiah, but beneath the bluster beat a mind sharp enough to value truth over ego. Koch, contrastingly, thrived in shadows. No spotlight chaser. He honed his craft in overlooked intelligence corridors, deciphering puzzles from scraps, distrusting rosy assumptions. In campaigns from Tunisia to France, he earned Patton's ear by delivering unvarnished realities, not flattery. Their bond, opposites fused. Patton's fire tempered by Koch's high school analysis. As autumn 1944 faded, Allied HQ basked in victories, glow Germany broken, offensives impossible. But Koch pored over intel late into frosty nights, posts spilling about elite panzer units reforming, photos showing road repairs in quiet sectors, signals traffic spiking. He mapped it all, red flags converging on the Ardennes gamble. Yes, but Hitler's desperation made it plausible, aiming to fracture allies by time for wonder weapons. When Koch briefs Patton fully, the general's staff murmurs doubt, overinterpretation. They claim, SHAEF sees no threat. Patton silences them with a raised hand, locking eyes with Koch. If you're right, we act now. Orders fly. Contingency plans for a 90-degree pivot north. Fuel rerouted, divisions primed to wheel in winter's grip. Staffers toil through blizzards, doubting it'll trigger, but Patton's will is iron. Then, December 16th, dawns with hellfire. German barrages shatter the Ardennes fog. Panzers and infantry storming through, overrunning outposts, carving a bulge deep into American lines. Chaos erupts, units encircled, roads clogged with refugees, fog grounding Allied air cover. At Schaeff, panic, an intelligence failure. They wail, blindsided by what estimates deemed impossible. But in Patton's HQ, no surprise. Koch's warning, validated. Patton phones Bradley. I can attack north in 48 hours with 3 divisions. Incredulity meets resolve. Plans already baked. Third Army spins like a top. Soldiers bone-tired from endless pushes, rouse in midnight snow, trucks groaning over ice. tanks skidding on frozen mud, men shivering in open jeeps, convoys snaking blindly northward. No rest, no warmth, just urgency, driven by a general's faith in his quiet oracle. By December 22, Patton's spearheads clash into the Bulge's southern flank, grinding toward besieged Bastogne. On the 26th, tanks burst through to relieve the 101st Airborne's defiant holdouts. Nuts, their reply to surrender demands. The German thrust falters, resources hemorrhaging in snow-choked forests, the Bulge flattening by January. Losses crippled Hitler, irreplaceable tanks, men, fuel gone. The war drags to May, but the Bulge breaks the Wehrmacht's back. Koch fades from spotlights post-war, co-authoring a book on his methods, a testament to seeing patterns others ignore. Patton, ever the comet, perishes in a 1945 crash, buried with his troops. Yet their duet endures. Boldness without insight is blind. Insight without action, futile. Lives saved not by charges alone, but by heeding the whisper amid the roar. In every arena, battlefields to boardrooms, homes to history's echoes, this dance, the Chargers, fueled by drive, must pause for the seer spotting storms. Who in your circle whispers warnings you dread? Do you dismiss or pivot, embracing discomfort to avert ruin? Patton's triumph wasn't speed. It was trust in Koch's quiet conviction that pivots spared thousands, birthing families, futures. Ignore the soft voice, and Bulge's form crisis balloon from unseen threats. But listen, act, and you don't just survive. You conquer the unseen. This isn't dusty lore. It's the blueprint for turning peril into legacy, one courageous ear at a time.